Hello everyone, this is Cousin Doug Sale. It's February the 11th, 2021. Our cousin Butch Morro was laid to rest today, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who is still having a hard time believing that Butch is gone. It seemed rather sudden and just hard to comprehend. Obviously, the COVID pandemic has taken a toll on not just our family, but on many families. And it has been a tough year with the pandemic for us folks out here in the West Coast being unable to travel to the East Coast, not just for Butch's funeral services, but also for his son Anthony's last April. So 2020 and now 2021 has been a rough year. And of course, in 2019, we lost Frank Gambardella as well. So I wanted very much, I'm sure many of us wanted very much to be there to pay tribute to Butch and to his legacy and memory. But obviously, because of the pandemic situation, that just wasn't possible. So I'm trying to do the next best thing, and wanted to put together this tribute video that celebrates and hopefully highlights Butch and his role in our family, and that shows all the good that was in him and the love that he had for everybody, but also to show that this isn't the first time in our family's history where things have happened on either coast and family from 3,000 miles away were not able to attend. And that is a theme that you're going to hear and see in this tribute video. So I wanted to reach back into the archives a little bit, pull up some old tapes, and focus on happier occasions. One of the happiest being Ann and Butch's wedding on May 28th, 1966. And you're going to hear some voices and see a lot of people who are no longer with us saying the same things 50 plus years ago that we're all saying now. And it just shows the fabric that binds our family, our great family, together. So let's sit back, reminisce, think of happier times, and celebrate Butch's life. And we also have a couple of family members who asked me to say a few words on their behalf, and we'll get to that later. Many of these old black and white photos that you're seeing were given to my father over many years by his sisters. A couple of years ago, Patty Conselmo sent me an envelope with over 100 pictures, and I went ahead and digitized those, and many of those are in this presentation. So thank you very much, Patty, for doing that. The next several minutes now, we're going to go down memory lane. We're going to be listening to audio reel-to-reel recordings made by my father for Ann and Butch's wedding back in 1966. You'll hear a lot of voices of people long since passed away, but I include them because they say the common theme. They're saying it to Grandma and Grandpa Sale. We wish you could be here. We know you're here. We feel your presence here. And that is the same exact feeling, I'm sure, that we are having right now as we wish we could be there for the family and for Anna Marie during this most difficult time.
Hi, Mom and Pop. We're having a nice wedding over here. Everything is going along fine. Wish you were here. This is Tony talking.
Good boy.
I hope you're feeling good. I wish you could be here, but we'll get together some other time. Okay, Mom?
Okay, that's beautiful.
Hi, Ma. This is Antoinette. I wish you would be here today, but we're thinking of you. You're here in spirits with us. Okay, Ma? Tell Dad I said the same. And all my sisters and brothers, we miss you all, and we love you so much. Bye, Ma.
Thank you, Jimmy. It was beautiful.
How did everything look to you?
I can't describe it.
Everything was real nice as far as I seen, but I mean, what do you think of Butchie there shaking there for a few minutes?
Well, he wasn't shaking too bad. I think I was shaking more than him. But it was a great honor for me to be the best man here. And it did something to me when I realized I was standing next to my nephew, who was only a baby when I was growing up. And to put the tape measure on it is when the priest came out, and he's a high school chum of mine.
Yeah, I noticed that.
And this really impressed me, and it was just beautiful.
Hello? Oh, no. Hello, Azim. How are you?
Your name?
This is Antoinette Paolilum. Oh, what a beautiful wedding. We're having a wonderful time today. Too bad you couldn't be here. But I guess we'll see you before you know it. Bye. Take good care.
Ah. Hello, Ozzy. This is Vinny. How are you? Miss you a lot.
Now, don't cry now. This is a happy time.
This is terrible.
Don't cry.
All right.
That's right.
We'll see you. God bless you. Take care. Bye.
That's the kind of wedding that it's been.
Yeah.
I want you to know everybody's happy, and they feel like you're here too. So,
Right.
let's say God bless the mom, huh?
All right. Bye.
That's it.
Hello. Hello, Ozzy. This is Christine. I hope you're all well there. We're all well here. We're all having a beautiful day, and it's a beautiful wedding. Wish you were here. But you can't tell I might be there for Frankie's wedding, the way I feel now. See you soon, I hope. I'll write to you anyway. Bye. God bless you all.
That's
Bye.
very nice. Hey, honey.
Now everyone be
Hello,
seated,
Ozzy.
please. Everyone be seated. Thank you very much.
Hello, IZUZ. This is Susie Lodano. How are you? We're looking forward to seeing you in September when you come. Say hello to everybody there for us. Bye-bye.
Ozzy, this is Anthony Lodano. I'm the last one of the family to talk. Everyone over here is crying just talking to you.
What
So,
happened?
crying with happiness. Have a good time over there. Take good care of yourself and Uzi. And maybe someday we'll stop in and see you. Bye now.
Yes, I couldn't help but think that there's 3,000 miles separating the families, and I could see my mother and father sitting there as I was kneeling, and I know their thoughts today are here, and ours are with them.
That's
Hi, Mom and Pop. We're having a wonderful time. We miss you all. The kids have been real good. We enjoyed everything. See you soon. This is Betty.
Hello, Mom. You're certainly missed today. We wish you and Dad and all the other sisters and brothers could be here on this wonderful occasion. All I can say is that we do miss you terrible.
good.
In spite of it all, we made the best of it.
Hello, Ma. This is Andy Sale again. We just got back from the hall, and we're all over the house. Butch and Anne-Marie are on their way. They just left, and everybody's having a good time here. We just want to tell you that we missed you not being here, and we hope to see you in September for Carol's wedding. I'm going to turn you over to Anthony to say a few words.
Get Cousin Ann here. Cousin Ann. Hello, Mom. We're having a good time here, and I hope that in September you'll be able to come here and we can relive Butchie's wedding all over again. They just left for the limousine. They're going to arrive in New York at 11 o'clock tonight. They're going to meet a buddy of theirs. They're going to have a good time. Then tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, they're going to board the plane, and they're going to come to meet you all. And I know how happy you will.
Okay, Ma, this is Louis. Antoinette broke up, but it's of happiness.
Hello, Ma. This is Vinny. I want to be with you in your spirit. And how's Dad? That goes for Dad, too. We really had him in mind. He was in our hearts all day, and we had him right in front of us, both you and Dad. And we really missed you, but someday maybe we'll all be together. And maybe I'm hoping that you would make Carol's wedding. And I hope you will. And we'll enjoy it and relive it all. God bless you all, and have a good time at Frankie's wedding. We'll be with you all there in spirit, too. God bless you all. Bye, Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mom, and everybody else over there. The wedding went along fine. Now we're over the house. We got a few friends here, and we're finishing it up. Wish you were here. But someday we'll all get together and have a good time. Okay, Mom? We'll see you later.
The close bond between the Louis Sale family and the Morro family goes all the way back to when my dad was just a little kid. And I will let him describe that relationship in his own words.
Here it is, July 11th, and it seems like just yesterday the organ started to play and it was your wedding day. You don't know how happy and honored I was that both you and Butch considered me and allowed me to have the great privilege of being your best man. It is an honor I will never forget. As you know, Antoinette and Tony mean the world to me. I feel as though they're just like a mother and father to me. And actually, Patty and Butch are my brothers and sisters. I wish that we could all live around the corner from each other. That way we could all enjoy life as one happy family. Before I go any further, Anna Marie and Butch, I do want to say most sincerely that I wish it were possible for me to be back there with you on the 28th of May to celebrate your anniversary. This day is, I'm getting choked up already. This day is real close to me because it was a great honor for me to stand up for you both at your wedding. And I guess from here on in, every 28th of May will bring back fond memories of both of you.
The Morro family has attended just about every major event in my family. I remember as a kid Uncle Tony Morro flying out to attend my father's first retirement from Los Angeles Police Department. He was not in good health at the time, but he made the trip, and he was the surprise guest. And my dad was very moved by that. 5 years later, 5 to 6 years later, after Uncle Tony had passed, Butch assumed that mantle, and he was the surprise guest for my father's 50th birthday party. And we have a clip of that coming up that we're going to show. And we could always count on Ann and Butch coming out for our major functions. And of course, we have always tried to do the same. We had the great wedding in 1999 when Anthony got married the first time. It was really practically, you could call it a reunion. It was everybody from California and I think from Arizona were there, and it really, really was a fun week. And it's one of my fondest memories of the family. But with that, we're going to move on now to this clip where Butch is the surprise, the big surprise for my dad's 50th birthday party.
Excuse me. Toilet paper.
Would you want some corn cake? Look at this. Look at this. How come you called me this morning? Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday,
I'm fine.
Thank you. Hi. Oh, hello.
Happy birthday.
Hi,
Happy birthday.
Hey, do I get a salami?
You got it. Michael, come on, Mike. No. He's sorry.
Go ahead, Mike.
I wish you would have been on this side, Michael. That was good.
Oh, what a surprise.
You really were surprised after you screwed everything up. I would have killed you. You're the hardest guy to give a party so much that day. That's Wednesday.
And when'd you come out?
Listen.
Shit, you could have got dressed up.
Oh, we love
Remember I told you I was busy all day? I had to go get him.
And then Chance. And you didn't tell me. Well, let's eat.
I guess we're not going to dinner tonight.
You can't really talk about Butch's life without including his son Anthony. And of course, Anthony passed away last year after his long battle with cancer. And none of us were able to attend his services and grieve with the family either. Our hearts go out to Kristen, Andrew, and Anthony Jr. I know it's been a difficult several months, and Anna Marie as well, dealing with the loss of her son and now the loss of her dear husband. But looking back on happier times, this next series of videos comes from the late 1980s when we took a trip back east for Aunt Josie's surprise 70th birthday. And Vivian came with us, and Vivian was on a diet during the time and was committed to not overeat. And Butch tried to give Joe Policano some payback by catching Viv with food at every chance, and then giving Joe a little bit of what Joe dishes out so well.
And the little cup on the airplane is like this. Just like this, I'm telling you, just a little bit of a cup.
The coffee.
Yeah, a little cup.
Well,
Well, a little cup like this, a little toy cup. So I said,
oh my God.
Hello, H. I'll have a little bit.
Chef Anthony.
Want scrambled?
Yeah, see, that's scramble.
That's the 8 liters. That's 8. One egg or 2 eggs?
Oh, one. Do you want less than one if it's scrambled? Just a little bit. Really? You got all the movies. Why got some of his first dollars down there? That's for me, you know? The bar.
Okay, it's time to go eat.
Yeah, quick thing. You must have done like that. It's a novelty. You got your baby, your older sister and your baby brother.
Gotta go to him.
They don't love us.
Hey, I need.
Don't go to that table. They want to see. They want to hear Bruce Springsteen, not the. Don't go to that table. Those wedding bells are breaking up that old gang of mine. All the boys are singing love songs. Make the sweet little line. Those wedding bells are breaking up that old gang of mine.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, then after I talk to Neil,
Hey, Vic. Joe, look at the way she's eating. Look at her. Keep it in the bed, Viv.
No!
Don't eat the egg.
This is dinner. The last picture we took was one. This is dinner.
Listen down, let the oil cover them. Let the oil cover them, or else they dry out. Push them down.
You're gonna get like that guy weighing 1,000 pounds.
Okay, come on, we're cutting garlic bread. I'm glad I'm only here a week.
If this thing is too much, you can get as fat as your mother.
Hey,
Can't picture somebody weighing 1,100 pounds.
I want the lids of these egg flats. It must be on the counter, Betty. Look. Why?
Everybody's eating
those
Betty, I got some on
They're eating them like spaghetti.
Yeah, I know.
Out of the dish like spaghetti. I was
That's
like,
why I'm
Congratulations,
I gotta eat. I
Becky.
gotta have a little
Can
bit.
you get out?
She makes me sick.
I'll get it.
Really.
I got a door. I got one to come too. I got
That's not a load of up in the car. But you lost what, 10-something pounds? Yeah.
He's got Tegel bread there.
Yeah, she's warming up. There it is. It's warmed up.
Oh my God.
See, now this is after that was Chico bread.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Show Joe. Show Joe.
Don't fall apart. See, Tricia, this is why Mama doesn't want you to come here. That's all Mama's done is eat. Hey, Joe. Get your pizza. It was delicious. It was delicious.
We got more plans.
Joe, need to give you lemon, Joe.
Mom, pass it down there. They want it.
Joe, too bad you can't be here. Tough shit. We don't miss you, Joe. I told you I'd get even with you. Goes to us. Come right to the store.
Give me the spoon.
Hey, Trish.
I'm not guilty of this. Believe me, guys. Joe.
Look at that, they're all chowing down.
Look, man. I want to try some dogs.
What are you guys bringing home? They're bringing them back to California. More them people in Connecticut always eat.
They all get like fat slobs, too.
Where are you going to sit? Right here?
Wherever, yeah.
Well, let me see.
Down there.
Joe's not here to pick on.
Who's picking on you?
Everybody's picking on me.
I'm gonna get a
I
feeling.
don't think we back around.
Everybody picking on me.
I need all day. I'm like,
Okay, Charlie Brown.
Come on, Jim.
I got everything in except these pants that are on me in my nightgown.
I just had 3 pieces.
I hope.
Taste the
Yeah,
mushrooms.
We're gonna have to see.
Joe, take a look at this.
Three in the middle. I mean, I'll sit in the middle.
Eating again,
That's
Joe.
what we're doing.
Make sure Joe sees it.
Dougie can sit in the back. Dougie.
Yeah, he's gonna need to.
Doug can sit in the back.
Here's what you do. I just heard. Okay, babe, you have to order.
like my ass.
When you open it up, you say, she remembers. I remember that time. She was telling me that the other day. I was cracking up.
Oh, he was too funny to know something.
He was funny.
Knock on wood, I got it.
You put mouse past it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cutting in here, Uncle Lou.
Still moves.
I got it.
I still move. Sure, he's good. He'll be sure.
How you doing, John?
They'll stink the shit
You've been seeing him when he's home.
Hey, Joe, look. I got a new pair of gray shoes.
Like them? Your favorite color?
Which wishes you was going with
What were you saying? What were you saying, Viv?
I'll eat this piece for Joe. What's that house for?
Here, tell Joe. Tell Joe.
Joe, I got a piece of bread for you. We ate the whole loaf. I saved you some. Here's a little piece for you.
You don't even have to make this stuff here.
That's gonna want to kill me.
I feel about all pepper. Let me taste it. Pepper is better than...
Butchie knew how important family was, and he was definitely a family man. He loved his family, all aspects of the family, immediate and distant. He made many trips to California, but he was committed to our family, and he never was outwardly talkative about it, but he just was there. Butch was always there, and you would always get a phone call from him on special occasions, and he just loved everybody. The next series of photos is through the 1990s. Butch honored me and my parents by attending my wedding in 1993. And in the middle of all this, I'm doing what my dad would do and play a march. Semper Fidelis by John Philip Sousa, captured on a reel-to-reel tape from my dad on Christmas Day, 1967.
You like your father, huh? I like to take a move.
Yeah, sure do. Doug doesn't know he's getting this videotape. I think he'll like it.
Several family members left tributes on the tribute wall at the Iovane Funeral Home. I'm going to read these tributes. Carol and Rich Cable and family state, Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Andrew Sale and his wife Dina and family. To Anna Marie and the entire Morro family, our prayers are with you as we mourn the loss of one of our family's icons. Butch will live in our hearts forever. With love, Andy and Dina Sale and family. Andy goes on to say, Butch was a pillar in the Sale family, and he will never be forgotten. Our prayers are with you, and our tears as well. Aunt Anna Marie Poncino and Lisa Poncino, Butch, forever in our thoughts and prayers and love. You're our angel of love of our family. Now, our guardian angel, your spirit will always be with us. Love and miss you. The Barrett family, with deepest sympathy and much love. Andy and Claire DiCusati and family, with love. Butch, you are on our minds, in our hearts, and we will love you forever. And Joe and Kathy Poncino and family. Butch is in our hearts and God's arms forever. May God's love give you peace. We love you. Here are some words from Butch's niece, Margaret Barrett. I'd just like to say that my uncle was truly one in a million. His family meant the world to him, and he shined the brightest when he was singing at family events. He was the one person in this world who could get away with calling me Mags, always with a big smile, and always made me smile back. We will miss him so much. And here is a poetic tribute from cousin Marie Proto. How do I extol such a quiet and gentle soul, a devoted husband, a loving dad, a man of few words. Words are for good, never for bad. A lover of dance, music, and song. On a stage he truly belonged. Talented builder of things old and new. A lover of jokes, especially those blue. A lover of family, a friend ever true. Our love and praise is his due. Though our hearts are broken, be forever sure, wonderful memories of Butch shall endure. I'm going to read for the record Butch's obituary notice. Back in the old days, people would cut out the listing in the newspaper and then wrap it in saran wrap. I still have that for Grandma Sale and Grandpa Sale in my records, but now that we're in the 2020s, everything's electronic, so I'm going to read it for posterity. Morro, Anthony Butch. Anthony Butch Morro of Brantford died peacefully on February 5th, 2021 in Yale New Haven Hospital, St. Raphael campus. He was the devoted husband of Anna Marie Lucibello Morro. Butch was born in New Haven on December 22, 1942, to the late Anthony and Antoinette Sale Morro, and was a carpenter by trade. He was an avid softball player, well known in the Blake Field softball circles, and played for Sinson Fence. He and Anna enjoyed traveling to California to visit with his family. His greatest joy was spending time with his two grandsons Andrew and Anthony and watching Anthony play baseball. He was his biggest fan. Butch was the father of the late Anthony Morrow Jr., brother of Patricia Conselmo, husband Peter, proud Poppy to Andrew and Anthony Morrow, father-in-law of Kristen Morrow, brother-in-law of Anthony Lucibello, Patricia and Louis Plano, Esther and Pat Longobardi. Butch also leaves behind his wonderful nieces, nephews, and cousins.
one of my mother's cousins. I went to acknowledge our mom's sister, Aunt Josie, my Uncle Tony, who live here on the East Coast.
On the West End.
I want to thank our family, who have traveled long distances to be with us today. I would like to acknowledge them all at this time. My Uncle Lou Sale, his daughter, just raise your hands, his daughter Linda, son Dougie. My Aunt Betty could not be here today. My Uncle Lou's wife. Her sister is not feeling well, and she is home looking after her. I know she loved my mom very much, and she would have loved to be here today. Our mom's sister, Aunt Marie Sergio, and her son Sal. Sal on the wheel.
Right here.
Thank you. My Aunt Anna Poncino, her daughter Lisa, son Joey and Kathy, her granddaughter Tara, her boyfriend AJ. That's Joey's daughter.
Very good.
My cousin Vivian Policano, her daughter Tricia, and the big guy sitting in the corner. The great kid, by the way, Michael. Stand up, Mike.
Mike, stand up, Mike.
Jennifer Gambardella is here. That's my cousin Frank's daughter. Thank you all for coming. You really made my day. Thank you very much. You know, I stand here today, and I think of all the wonderful things I can say about our mom. But I know it would take forever, and I would shed a lot of tears. So now, if you would all raise your glasses and join me in toasting our wonderful mom, who has always been there for us.
I told you too many. I told you too many. Cut it down.
I want to thank my sister and I lost our dad at a young age of 68. Our mother remained independent and strong. Her strength has been an inspiration to all of us. And we want her to know we love her very much. So now if you'd all raise your glasses and join me in toasting our wonderful mom, who has always been there for us. Mom, may God grant you continued health and happiness. We all love you very much. Happy birthday. Butch would be the first one to admit that he was never a public speaker, and he was more comfortable behind the scenes than with a microphone in his hand.
except when it was time to sing. But Butch did a fine job at his mother's 90th birthday party in 2005. He gave a fine speech. And that was another great family event, one of the last times I was able to travel back there, and while the aunts were still alive, albeit in declining health. We're also going to have a clip of the family singing side by side in Butchie's living room, and we're going to have some more singing at my nephew Michael and Casey's wedding back in 2012.
Maybe you're haggard and funny, but we'll travel along, singing a song, side by side. Oh, we never know what's coming tomorrow. Maybe it's trouble and sorrow, but we'll travel along, singing a song,
I don't know. Off and on again.
Each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this.
It needs to be mixed because I didn't taste too much alcohol.
Yeah, there's really not that much.
Well, I saw the gallons. I saw the gallons that went in there. Don't lie to me. Gallon after gallon, huh?
I don't know.
Limoncello.
Over here, Butch. Visit that camera, huh, Joe? Unbelievable. There might be some meat in there. Yeah.
Well, it's not all. It's not a lot. It's just.
You took the last piece. That's what you're trying to say. I can't. Is that it? You took the last piece.
Seeing Butch's life in pictures and in film and video really brings home how special our family is. It says a lot about where we come from, our parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, that it carries through to this day. And the closeness that existed 50, 60, 70 years ago still is here in 2021, despite the global pandemic. Butch's passing, coupled with Frank Gambardella's passing in 2019, brings to light the fact that our generation of first cousins in the Sale family is not getting any younger. Patty is the oldest of the generation. She's the firstborn, approaching 81 years old. I'm the youngest and the last born, approaching 54. That 27-year difference has a lot of history, and all of us first cousins were brought up the same way, with the same loving and caring and nurturing of family. And as we get older, as we look back on our lives, clearly those days of youth are becoming more and more valuable and precious to us. When I look at Butch and how he lived his life and how he carried himself and how he showed his love and devotion for his family and also his friends, and everybody who knew him loved him, and I don't know of anyone who disliked the man. It says a lot about us as a family, and certainly about him. You know, when my father was sick, in the months before he passed away, Butch would call him every week just to check in on him. After my father passed, Butch kept calling. He never forgot my mother, and for 12 years, up until his death, really, my mother got a phone call from Ann and Butch religiously every 2 weeks, every month at least, but more frequently than that. And that was Butch. And on the occasion when I was in town visiting my mom and Butch would call, I would get a chance to talk to him and check in with him and see how things are going. And Butch was always a pleasure to be around and to talk to, and just an all-around nice guy. And his loss is a tremendous loss to our family. There have been tributes made to Butch upon his death, but I think that the most important tributes were made to Butch when he was still alive, and this goes back to his 70th birthday party. In a normal situation, of course, you would want your son to be able to eulogize you and give you your tribute, and of course Anthony is not here to do that. But Anthony did do that 8 years ago at that party. So did Patty, and so did Andrew and little Anthony. I thought that the most fitting way to close out this tribute video is to replay those speeches and or tributes. That shows the measure of the man that Butch Morro was, and the impact of his loss on our family cannot be measured, and he will go down as one of the greats in our family. All of us cousins are special in our own way, and nobody can ever question our love and devotion to our family, and we are going to take that to our grave. And I know that Butch now is up in heaven, and he's hugging his son, and he's hugging his parents and grandparents and everybody whose voice you heard on this tape from 1966, and everyone who was important in his life. And what we can do, all we can do, is hope and pray that we will also get that opportunity when our time on this earth is done. I know that Anna Marie and the family knows how very much I wanted to be there to represent my father and my mother and my family for such a loved and important person like Butch. But it wasn't meant to be. This tribute video is my best effort to do what I can and what I feel needed to be done and to be said. I feel confident that I speak for all of the family on both coasts who were not able to be there in person to pay their proper respects. So I'm closing out now on behalf of my mother, my sister Linda, and her husband and the DeSalvio family, and Elena and myself. We again send our most heartfelt and deepest condolences, and we send our most sincere love and prayers of support, and we look forward to having the opportunity to be there together and to gather as a family to celebrate Butch's life, and to just give everyone a big hug and a big kiss. It's very, very much needed. And the same goes out to Kristen, Anthony, and Andrew. We look forward to also being there to hug you as you continue to deal with Anthony's passing. Thank you very much. Love to everyone.
Okay, so I prepared a little speech. I had to write it. We're not at church, and I'm not a priest. So it starts here. My poppy is an amazing guy. He's very selfless, and he looks at everyone as an equal. He cares a lot about his family. He especially takes care of my brother and I. He takes us places like the casino and out to our favorite restaurants. He buys us nice things that we want. He also comes to most of our sporting events. Some of my favorite memories with Poppy are all the times we have gone on vacation with him, and when we wake him up in the morning when we sleep over there and we yell at him to go get the bagels. In St. Thomas, when we went that time, we did karaoke one night by the pool, and the next day everybody's like, oh, you're that guy, and people were calling him Elvis and Rockstar, and he didn't want to leave us at all in St. Thomas. He wanted to be with us every minute of the day. We slept in the same room as him too. As part of that, we would have given him the master bedroom. And every morning we still woke him up, either slammed the pillow on his head or jumped on top of him. That's my Poppy, and he's a great person, and here are some other people's opinions. I love you, Poppy. Happy birthday.
Well, that was short and sweet.
He's the shy one.
And now here's Patty's very beautiful and heartfelt tribute to Butch at his 70th birthday party.
And Anthony asked me if I would say a few words about my brother today, and I am not a very good public speaker, but I pondered what I would say, and all the thoughts that were turning around in my head led to one realization, and that was that we are a family, and our parents and our grandparents before us have laid the groundwork for us. Butch and I were fortunate to have had many cousins on both the Morro and the Sale side. Our grandparents each had 9 children, and those children each had 2, 3, or 4 children of their own. So we were never without playmates since we were very, very little. There was always a picnic at Grandma Sale's house on Boston Avenue, our Grandpa Morrow's house on Townsend Avenue, and of course, there was always someone's birthday party, and of course Thanksgiving and Christmas. There were wonderful outings to Camp Roosevelt, which is now known as Chatfield Hollow, where we piled in Uncle Ralph's truck and went out there early in the morning to get our plates. And then there were the summers at the cottage in Memorgo. And the stories about the cottage in Memorgo are too numerous to tell. Because Butch, Frank, and Andrew John were the three musketeers, they were always together, and most times they were finding themselves in some sort of trouble. Mom and Dad always took us to Savin Rock every promotion. And we would ride all the rides together. And Butch, I loved the Ferris wheel, but Butch did not like the Ferris wheel. But we would go on it anyway, because I said we were going. And I would rock the boat, and you would yell at me and say, I'm going to jump out. But I think it did jump out one time, maybe right near the end there. Remember now also that we had to take two buses to get out to Savin Rock. My father didn't drive. And so we would take the bus from East Haven to New Haven and transfer. So it was quite a thing. And for them to do that was remarkable as I look back on it. Although our parents were not of higher education, they instilled the values of love and kindness, and they made sure that the Lord, our God, was always a part of our lives. I was the older and the firstborn, and I don't really remember the very early years when Butch came along. But I do remember that he was asthmatic, and Mom and Dad worried about him all the time and took very good care of him. Don't ask me why I remember the name Dr. Weiner, but I remember going to Dr. Weiner's office with Mom and Dad for his visits. And thank God he outgrew it all. And we were very close. And as I look back now, as I started thinking about this, I realized how much our paths really crossed. I remember Butch's love for sports. He played baseball for the Annex Little League, and he was pretty darn good. He was there, I was there, the day that he ran like the dickens for a ball in the outfield. I don't know what you play, left field or right field, but you ran for this ball, which was well over your head. But you had to jump and get it, try to get it anyway, and you did get it. But in the meantime, you fractured your collarbone. And he loved all sports. He played basketball in junior high school, and then he loved hockey, and he passed the game on to his son, Anthony. And he is still a sports enthusiast and a great football fan. I think we're missing a game today, Butch. I'm very sorry.
We'll watch it later at your house.
Although he never went on to higher education after high school, he took up the carpentry trade and he made a good living for his family. And we all came to depend on him for whatever we needed in the way of some construction at our house, a new deck or a broken window or whatever. He worked hard. He still does work hard. I don't know if he knows the meaning of the word retirement, and he will probably keep going on forever. Bear with me. Both Mom and Dad, or both Butch and my father, they poked good fun at me for all the boys that I dated, but I knew that I found the right guy when Butch took a liking to my husband Pete when I brought him home, and we became good friends. He was in our wedding. We were in Ann and Butch's wedding. He was at the hospital early in the morning, the day that I gave birth to my first son, my only son. And he and Ann were at my house the day that their son Anthony, they found out that their son Anthony was arriving that week. I think that was the happiest time of his life. Right now, though, I think that the most wonderful time is with his grandsons, Andrew and Anthony. He is the grandfather of all grandfathers, and there is nothing he would not do for these little guys. He's very proud of them, and rightly so. We shared sad times, too. As our parents aged, it was always the four of us, Butch and Ann, Pete and I, meeting at the hospital in the middle of the night when Dad was rushed in for some heart attack or something, and having coffee very early in the morning the day that Mom passed away. We shared all the responsibilities right down the middle, both good and sad. I don't want to go on, and I guess the point of the story is that although our parents were not educated, beyond high school, they somehow taught us the wonderful lessons, and we have so much to be thankful for. There is an old adage out there someplace about the worth of a man, and I don't remember it exactly, and I should have researched it, but I didn't. But it's something like the measure of a man is not about how much money he makes, or the car he drives, or the size of the house he lives in, but on how many people he has met along the way who are proud to call him their friend. If the number of people in this room are any measurement, Butch, then you are truly loved. You have had family from Massachusetts and New Jersey and California coming here because it was important for them to share this memorable time with you. You had 2 aunts in their 80s, who have cross country for 3 days in a motorhome. And thank you to Cousin Danny and Danny's son for taking on this awesome responsibility. So Butch, I wish you a wonderful 70th birthday. You finally caught up to me, and now maybe we can grow old together. I am proud to be your sister. I always smile when someone comes to me and says, your brother is such a great guy. You are kind, you are loving, you are generous. You never forget to maybe call on a birthday or any other occasion. You'll always be there when friends need you, and you are most deserving of this wonderful accolade. I love you, all you are, and I wish you continued good health. Don't change. God bless you.
I don't know if I should even begin to try and read this or if I should just go ahead and wing it, but we'll give it a try. I'm definitely going to say some things in here that you'll never hear me say again, Dad.
That's you, Ann.
That's me. That's it. Well, first of all, on behalf of my dad and my mom, my wife and my kids, I'd like to thank every one of you for being here. From the Californians, the North Carolinians, people from Maryland, from people right down the street. Thank you very much for coming and having this day with my dad. Okay, so my dad. Wow, got 2 words out. My idol, my hero. Today's your day. Your friends and family are here for you. Some have traveled a long, long way to be here to celebrate this with you. And you deserve this. Because you've touched everybody in this room. In one way or another. I've definitely made some mistakes in my life, ups and downs. But no matter what, you were the guy who was right there for me. And I love you for that. I did better than I thought. I got through the first paragraph. You gave me a life. And you gave me a family. You gave me morals. And you gave me values. And there were so many memories from the East Haven hockey rink, you tightening my skates, the chicks luncheonette, the flipping eggs with brother and you, to trips to Vegas with the Santinellos, to going away with Billy Ferriola, to all sorts of things. Then high school came along. It didn't matter whether I was playing hockey, football, or baseball. Again, you were right there for me. And then I thought I'll try college and see how that works out. And, so I go there and I play hockey, and there you go. You're driving to Newport twice a week to watch me play hockey, and you were just always there. And then you became a grandfather and a father to my wife, and you were so proud, and you're proud every day. We were living in Manchester, and he used to come every Saturday to fix my basement, because I always had a project for you, because I'm really not the construction guy. And there you were. You had to see Andy and Anthony every day, and before you started working. I remember one time you told me, someday, Aunt, you will be a father, and then you'll see. Well, I'm definitely not repeating this again, but you were right. So now I can only hope to be the father to my kids that you were to me. You aren't only a dad, a great dad to me, and to my wife, but there's no denying that you're a great grandfather to your grandchildren. I think the drink is somewhere. So to sum it all up, you're there for everybody who needs you all the time. It doesn't matter if it's a construction project or your grandkids, you're the first in line to help anybody. And that is something that's a trait that you got from Grandma and Grandpa. And that is what makes you who you are and why everybody's here. I just want you to know how much we love you and how happy we are that you're all in our lives. And without today, and it's obvious by the 100 people that are sitting in this room, and, you know, driving across the country, flying across the country, they came for you. And you alone. So, happy birthday, and I'm glad that I shocked you.
Sure did.
But I know you're going to get me back, because I know you're that type of guy. Because you have that scorecard just like I do. Love you.